Ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas to all of you. Wishing you all the very best wherever you are in the world. This is really a magical time. And since I'm a kid, I've always loved Christmas. And I don't know, it just feels amazing. It's a time for togetherness, coziness, and reflection, of course. Now, obviously, during Christmas, probably all of you are very busy watching Christmas movies and meeting the family, cooking, etc. And that's what it's all about, right? But in case you happen to watch this video sometime in between, which I truly appreciate, I just wanted to share a quick couple of thoughts that are important for me during Christmas and what I like to do. Because for me, Christmas is really a time of appreciation, what we have in our lives. We live in such a fast-paced world and there's so many things, so much negativity going on. So I think sometimes we also have to sit back, relax, with a hot coffee or wine and just appreciate what we have in our life. Now, yes, we can focus on the negative things and we all have our issues and troubles. That's normal, right? No life is perfect. But I think overall, we're in a blessed situation. If you're sitting in front of your computer somewhere in the world, most likely you have internet, you have a warm home, hopefully, you have some kind of job, some kind of income. It may not be what you want it to be, and there's always something to grow, right? We all have ambitions, but I think it's still important to realize what we have, because a lot of people actually don't have these luxuries, which I consider luxuries. And that's why I always, especially during these times, think about the less privileged. And that's why I think it's also important to not just buy materialistic things. And of course, everybody appreciates a good gift, and we've done the same, like a Secret Santa this year with the family. You kind of buy 1-2 gifts for each other. But on top of this, we're actually also going to be donating some money to charities. In my case, I really love animals because, they have nowhere to go to. There's so many shelter homes around the city where I live, and it really breaks my heart. So I definitely want to give some money that they can provide them with food and warmth, right? Because electricity gets so expensive. A lot of people started shutting off electricity for shelter homes, and it really breaks my heart. But, there's really no right or wrong. You can give it to homeless people on the street. It's really up to you. But I think it's important that we don't dismiss them, say, you should go to work. Because sometimes I tend to do this. I see a beggar, say, oh my God, why doesn't he get a job? And we don't know their stories, right? So sometimes we should be less judgmental and just help out, give a helping hand. And when I see a smile on a person's face, because I actually prefer to go to the shop, buy some food or some drinks for them so they can actually enjoy it rather than just money, because, most likely we all know what they're going to spend it on. So I think that really can put a smile on their face and help somebody out. Another point I think is super important is also appreciating our family and our closest and loved ones, because none of us can choose our families, right? We may be very lucky with the ones we got. Others, I know, are not very happy and lucky, and that's part of life. But unfortunately, we can't change the family. So I think it's important to at least not have fights, to really reflect and see how can I work with them, because so many people I know, they fight with their families all their lives, or even their closest ones, and then they pass away, and only then they say, if only I said this and this to that person, or I should have made peace with them, or just forgive them. I think it's so important to not wait until it's too late. Be the bigger person and do the first step, and just kind of reach out and say, listen, I miss you, I think about you, I appreciate you, thank you for raising me, right? Even if right now you see things differently, and I know a lot of people do see things differently, you grow apart, and that's normal. But ultimately, your family is the one that raised you up in many cases, right? So I think it's important to not forget about this and just say thank you. You'll be surprised. I sent a few thank you emails to my old mentors, to my first people who gave me my first jobs, and they wrote back so nicely and touched. And for me, it really gave me a lot, and it made their day as well. So I think it's super important to appreciate those who helped us out in the past and in challenging times. And that brings me to the third point of appreciation, and that is health. Because once again, I just realized the more I invest into my health and the more I look after it, I feel more vital, I feel more mentally sharp, and I feel just overall better. And at the same time, you hear about so many people who got sick, who are in hospital, who cannot be with their family, with their loved ones because of health issues, right? And health is something we take for granted, because most of the time we're healthy, right? It's only once you don't have health and you're sick or had an injury or whatever, then you would give anything to be healthy again, right? Just think about it. When you have 40 degrees fever, you have a headache, you're under the bed, or after the surgery, you feel so bad. You would never think about goals or inspiring anyone. You just want to be healthy, right? And we sometimes take it for granted. So first of all, I think it's important to appreciate our health. The fact that you are healthy is really great. And second of all, remind ourselves, invest in our health. Because in this channel, we always talk about investing in business, in our education, in financial products. But I think most importantly is our health. Because if this is broken, everything else will fail. Or ultimately, you're going to have to spend all your wealth that you acquired to rebuild your health. And that happens with so many wealthy people who always disregard their health. They are wealthy, but then they get a stroke, they get different things, and they have to spend all their money for big surgeries and treatments and what have you. So you really want to be conscious about it and look after your health. Especially during the festive season, I see so many people who are picking out, drinking like crazy every single day, eating sweets, and completely disregard any diet. And I think it's important to enjoy, you don't want to be a machine, you want to have a good time with your family and friends, but at the same time I think you can do it in moderation and just cut back a little. You don't have to eat 10 bars of chocolate and drink 20 eggnogs, right? I think it's important to enjoy, but at the same time look after your long-term goals and health, of course. So ladies and gentlemen, as I said, very short video today. Just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas, a great end to the year, and of course a super successful start to the new year. To all of you and your families, have a blessed celebration. Stay healthy, most importantly. And once again, a big thank you for supporting the channel, watching the videos over the last year. It really helps a lot. The growth has been great. The channel is still tiny, but my ambition and desire to grow it consistently, putting the videos out and connecting with you all is greater than ever. I look forward to an exciting new year. Thank you for everything. And with this, stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.